on 1380 The Woman.
Scott, I had to break away from the Breaking Bad theme as I mourn the ending of the coveted series. But you can get it on Blu-ray, as I mentioned earlier. I love it's like right after, now get it on Blu-ray. The whatever how many episodes. It was very well done, and we'll get back into that in a moment. What I want to cut through right now is all the hype about gluten-free. Yes, it has its place in our eating menus, on our menus, but is it for everyone? Well, I think my next guest would say no, although they can get it for you. I want to welcome to the program from Extend Nutrition, based here in Maryland Heights, Kara Haddock here in studio, and Jonathan Lindbergh. Thank you so much for joining Melanie and me here on the morning show. Yes. Guys, I need you to eat the microphone as you would eat one of your Extend bars.
Great. Wow. This is incredible. This microphone tastes wonderful.
And is that gluten-free, we ask now. So let's start, let's define gluten-free. It is not for everyone, and as I try to tell folks, it doesn't mean it's a weight loss, magical weight loss diet, item.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Gluten-free does not mean healthy. What gluten-free is gluten is a specific type of protein that is found in wheat, barley, and rye. People that eat gluten-free, they actually either have celiac disease or they're gluten intolerant. That's something you can work with your general practitioner to find out if you might have a sensitivity there. But not all people need to eat gluten-free, and certainly gluten-free doesn't always mean it's healthy.
What is celiac, first off?
Celiac disease, it's an autoimmune condition that affects your digestive system, and it's people that if they were to eat a product like wheat, it's going to cause a lot of gastrointestinal distress, so things that we don't want to talk about on the morning drive time.
Aside from an upset stomach, it could lead to other things. Got it.
Yes.
Now, if you self-diagnose yourself without going to a doctor, and you say, okay, I think that I have a gluten intolerance, and that you shouldn't have it, and you do a gluten-free diet, but it turns out you really can tolerate gluten, can that actually be bad for you?
Not that I'm aware of. The thing with gluten-free foods, it's still just food. It's just a family of food that doesn't have that specific protein in it. So a lot of people believe that maybe the human digestive system just has a natural tendency to be a little sensitive to a protein called gluten, and it's not necessarily the same for everybody. So what we recommend, if you're kind of in that self-diagnosis mode, maybe try this thing called the exclusion diet, where each week you take out a different allergen from your diet and see how you affect that. And then over time, so I start week 1, I take tree nuts out. Okay, I'm still feeling kind of gross. Week 2, I take peanuts out. Week 3, I go ahead and I remove gluten. And then at one point in there, you might start to feel better. So that's called the exclusion diet. You take allergens out of your diet to see if that helps you feel better. So that's a way to self-diagnose. But we always do recommend people to, make an appointment with their doctor and kind of get it checked out.
And Carol, let's address the whole idea of what you do at Extend Nutrition. You're based in Maryland Heights. This was an online company at first. Now you're a brick and mortar?
Absolutely, yeah. Dr. Francine Kaufman invented Extend Bar. She was trying to help people that, obviously have blood sugar issues such as hypoglycemia, sleep through the night, in particular children. So she actually had heard about uncooked cornstarch, read about it in a previous study, how it had benefited children with other unremitting diseases. And so then she actually used that in what resulted in Extend Bar. The uncooked cornstarch was quite a challenge for her to make it edible, so she had to was in her own kitchen formulating concoctions, and the result again was Extend Bar.
So Scott here, Scott Stout, our board operator and Google guy, because he knows all these great facts. He's a type 1 diabetic, so he's got had this since he was 12. So this would help him, this kind of bar, because it would keep him from spiking and crashing? And
That's exactly right. So Scott could probably tell us a lot more about the challenges of living with diabetes, but especially for people with type 1, it is an intensive disease where you need to manage your blood sugar levels. Dr. Kaufman, this product helps people with type 1 in 3 specific ways. It can prevent exercise-induced hypoglycemia, it can prevent low blood sugar overnight, and it helps keep you in that middle range, avoid high blood sugar and avoid low blood sugar, keep you in that healthy range. So it has very specific benefits for people with diabetes. But the special thing about the product is It's just food ingredients. We're not herbs. We're not chemicals. None of this not evaluated by FDA talk. We are completely a medical food invented by a doctor, lots of credibility behind it. So it's all real food ingredients that anybody can eat for any healthy diet.
Right, and just so everyone knows, the FDA did issue a final ruling in August of this year defining gluten-free for food labeling requirements, including that the food must contain less than 20 parts per million of gluten. So you had to adhere to that with this bar, correct?
That is exactly correct. So we were actually, August 2nd was when the FDA came out with this new rule, and it kind of clears things up for all our listeners out there. If you see gluten-free on a package now, you can rest assured that company has tested it, and it is free of gluten. So we test each and every batch of our products for gluten, and we confirm that every single time. So we do end product testing, and we're very committed to that.
It seems like, too, that there are more and more products that are gluten-free. Is this something that's people are becoming, it seems like more people have gluten allergies or reactions. Is that something that's we're seeing more of, or just it's being diagnosed more?
The trend is for an increased diagnosis right now. So you're right. It's not necessarily that it's around more. It's that doctors are starting to understand it more and diagnose it more often. So this isn't a new issue, but it's trending very much so right now. It's a hot topic.
Yeah, and you're hearing it with celebrities like Gwyneth Paltrow, and you're also hearing people say that it helps them lose weight. And like you said, that's just, that's not necessarily true at all. If you do lose weight, it's because you're cutting out carbohydrates that, high carbohydrates that...
Or you're having malabsorption issues in your GI tract, and that's part of it.
And I know Jenny McCarthy, too, whose son has autism. She gave him a complete gluten-free diet, and she thinks that that's actually helping with his situation.
There's
and
several
he might have
people,
had allergies. I mean, that could have been part of his autistic issues.
Some people have linked it to ADHD as well and autism. So there's a lot of emerging science around the gluten-free products. Our products, the science has kind of gone, we've been around for 10 years now. We had clinical studies, so we know we're safe and we're gluten-free, so it helps out.
So, Kara, let's talk more about so do you just provide a bar, or is there an actual food line?
There is a food line. It started with a bar, Extend Bar, and now we have 17 flavors, and it comes in bars, a crisp, which is a chip-like snack. We also have drizzles, which are a cookie-like snack, and we have shakes, which come in chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. So all of those items, as we were saying, were perfect for people like Scott who have diabetes. And also, good blood sugar control is so important, not just for diabetes, but for weight loss, for energy. I mean, blood sugar is important for all of us. So people who have diabetes are especially, challenged by those issues and really benefit from them. But all of us can benefit from good blood sugar.
So the nice thing about having a brick and mortar is people can actually come in and talk to you versus online, what you had earlier. Why did you decide to have the brick and mortar versus everybody ordering online?
It's really simple. We listen to what the customers want. Consumer demand drives our industry and our products. So if you want it to taste better, call us up. We'll make it taste better. You want it in Walgreens?
So wait, you actually, what do you mean? You can go, we can say...
You can alter the...
If you want a great new flavor, come to our Facebook page, let us know about it, and we'll investigate, and we'll see if we can do it. So we're working on new flavors every single day.
Because gluten-free doesn't have to mean it's taste-free.
No.
Correct. It's not necessarily cardboard. Yeah, we work hard on our taste, so that's something, if it doesn't taste good, you don't really want to eat it, so that's a really big thing in the food industry for us, so we concentrate on that.
And Kara, what did you bring in with you? Because we always leave food here, and it lasts about 2 seconds, so thank you for not leaving it in the lobby.
Yeah, we are so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to share with you some of our items, and our very tasty drizzles, which are the cookie-like snack. They come in 2 flavors, chocolate dream and caramel bliss.
Drizzle.
And let Scott, we need to share with Scott, because he's the one that could really get a sugar
Well, we have extra for Scott, too. We have bars.
Scott, you got the big box.
Yeah, peanut butter chocolate delight and chocolate delight as well, so we have these flavors.
Let me say something here, because I always say this to people. As a certified personal trainer, I'm not a nutritionist by any means, but know enough to be, just to say, and usually our diet diva, our registered dietitian, Jen McDaniel, would weigh in on this, literally and figuratively, that really we should all be following a diabetic diet. I mean, that is a healthy diet if we actually would. I would put endocrinologists out of business, but they would, that's what they're trying to do is to help.
Very true, especially people with type 2 diabetes. Yep. You can, with diet and exercise, that's really the magic pill for diabetes. You can maybe even eliminate the need for medication. Our product, the easiest way to use it is just take 2 junk food snacks out of your diet, add in 2 Extend nutrition products. The drizzles are great, crunchy, and the bars are really good at breakfast, or the shakes if you're into a protein shake breakfast.
Okay.
Shake it up and go, put it in the car for the morning.
And this is all about convenience, because, I mean, there's nothing like the real thing. I mean, apples and fruits and what have you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
But, okay, so where did we find you? How do people, if they want to ask
we are
questions?
in Walgreens, CVS, Kmart, Target, and Walmart nationwide. We're also in several other local regional retailers. But if you want to get in touch with us, extendbar.com. That's EXTENDBAR.com. It's real easy. We got Facebook, we have Twitter, we have YouTube, all of that.
Now,
We'd love to connect.
For our listeners who are local, is there a phone number? Do you want them to find you physically?
Please call us. Locally, you can reach us at 800-887-2919. 800-887-2919.
Okay.
Mary is waiting at the phone for your call right now.
Hi, Mary.
As long as Mary can answer their medical questions. All right.
And I love that you can, if you want to add a new flavor, you can request it.
Take us up on that. We're serious. We love reaching out with people.
That's Jonathan Lindbergh and Kara Haddock here from Extend Nutrition, based in Maryland Heights.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for stopping by.
Really
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, speaking of helping us out, life coach Jill Farmer waiting in the wings to motivate and to inspire. She's got words of wisdom coming up next here on 1380 The Woman at 1380thewoman.com with Victoria and Melanie.